While it may seem simple on the surface, the transportation of freight involves many different components of the supply chain. Fortunately, Merchants Bonding Company can help provide surety bond coverage specific to the transportation industry. Freight broker bonds, Department of Defense bonds, and fuel distributor bonds are just some examples. Hi, I'm Jessica Marcos, commercial underwriter at Merchants Bonding Company. Today, we'll be discussing transportation bonds. What are some examples of transportation bonds? Bonds related to the transportation industry can vary widely and include federal, state, and county requirements. Examples include the Military Surface Deployment and Distribution Command, or SDDC bonds, Federal Freight Broker bonds, sometimes called ICC, FMCSA, or BMC 84 broker bonds. Other examples include oversized or super heavy permit bonds and motor vehicle fuel tax bonds. What do transportation bonds guarantee? Federal freight broker bonds, property broker bonds, and cargo carrier bonds guarantee the performance of the broker or carrier as they transport goods and carry out contracts. A fuel tax bond is a financial guarantee bond that ensures the payment of taxes and fees by fuel sellers, manufacturers, importers, exporters, distributors, and others. Oversized or super heavy permit bonds guarantee that the commercial operator will not damage roadways, bridges, or other infrastructure while using permitted routes. What is the bond amount and when is the bond needed? The bond amount varies based on the obligee's requirements. Nearly every state has a transportation-related bond requirement. Federal freight broker bonds and SDDC bonds are federal requirements. How does Merchants underwrite transportation bonds? Federal freight and property broker bonds and cargo carrier bonds, as well as larger fuel tax bonds, generally carry more risk and usually require a signed application, including business and personal indemnity, as well as business and personal financial statements to underwrite. Many oversized permit bonds, as well as smaller fuel tax bonds and license and permit bonds, can be issued directly on Merchants Bonding Company Hub. What happens if a claim is filed? All transportation bonds work in the same basic way. If a bond's terms are broken, a claim can be made against the bond for compensation. The surety will pay out the claim if warranted, but the bondholder is responsible for paying back the surety in full. How are bonds issued? Those in need of a bond should get in touch with their insurance agent to help walk them through the process. The agent will work with merchants to issue the bond. Contact Merchants Bonding Company for agent recommendations in your area. Thanks for watching. If you have further questions about transportation bonds, contact your commercial underwriter at Merchants Bonding Company.